Hey everyone, good evening. This is the, I guess, second episode, but first episode of this team, because the first episode was just an intro, and today we're going to look at the transfers that I made at the beginning of the game. So, we had a lot of chaff to clear out of the team, as you can see in the list of out players. A lot of them went for very little, or on loan. I had to get rid of Abdu Karim Samb as well. Who was not happy to leave, and a few others as well. Mostly strikers, I think. Yeah, Majid Osman's a bad striker cover. Samb is not really good enough. I'm just trying to get rid of Amadi Diop, but no luck. He's stuck at the team. A few left backs went as well. I think Mokdan is a left back. Usman Guay is a youth player. Got 2 goalkeepers. We'll get into that in a second. Yeah, let's just focus on the players that I bought. I guess I bought quite a few as well. So I got this guy, Marzinadine. I think he's a playmaker. Yeah, he's a playmaker. He's got great passing, 16 passing. It's very good for this level, I think. And he's not great in all areas, but I think he's going to be very good at pumping the ball forwards and holding it up, because he's got good passing, good vision, and his technique is good as well. He's another good tactic for passing, I think. Yeah. And so I'm just hoping he's going to drop back near the defence, get the ball, pass it forwards. He's pretty old, but he can do a good job for a year, 1-year contract as well. I've got Maher Sabra, my new left back / right back. I think in the first game I haven't got on the bench, so he's going to provide more cover, but the right back isn't great, so maybe he'll play sometimes. He's got great determination, not very good crossing unfortunately, so I guess he'll be the defensive side. On the left I'm going to have the more attacking wing back, but yeah, he was a pretty good deal. I think he was 60k, which is probably a little bit overpriced for him, but I was very much struggling to find a good right back. And you can only have 4 non-Lebanese players registered, so I had to kind of dig deep and buy a few players in Lebanon. I've got experience in these kind of leagues. A lot of them are very restrictive compared to European leagues, because they don't just allow players from the EU, they don't allow anyone who's not from the country that they are, because obviously they're not in the EU if they're not in Europe. Israel is a particularly bad one, as I mentioned in the first video. Okay, cool. On to Ali Bazi, the new right winger. He's not great, but we were struggling to find players in attacking midfield right, and he was first going to be my first choice, but now he's going to drop down to second. But yeah, just kind of nothing terrible in the areas that we need him to do things, but nothing great either. Well, his acceleration and pace and technique off the ball, that was all pretty good stats. Just the crossing, I really want a quick crosser, so. But he's 30, so he's got a year or 2 in him. He's Lebanese, didn't cost that much money. It's a good signing. This guy, that's the one I'm excited about. It's the goalkeeper we've got. He's only 20 years old. He's probably not going to adapt very well to being suddenly the star player at a Lebanese club to come from Brazil, but we'll see. He cost 150k, which is a bit steep, and he's got a 250k, 235k minimum fee release clause, which is not great, but I'm going to try and get him a better contract later on, I think. Oh, I meant to go to his overview again. But yeah, he's great. He's much better than the previous goalkeepers, hence why I sold 2. I might even have bought another one. We'll see that in a second. And Mamadou Niasse is probably my favourite signing. Either him or the goalkeeper you just saw. He is now the first choice attacking field right. He's quick. He's got good crossing, good dribbling. He's got all of the winger traits all over. 12 is a first touch, which is 9. It's pretty good anyway. Yeah, and he's just kind of good in all areas. And again, I think he's very good for this league. Also, he played in this league before, so he speaks the language, has experience in this level. I think he also is a Mauritanian international star, I guess. 21 games, 2 goals. And here's Mohamed Casas. I love how old this guy is. He's 43 years old. His stats are horrendous in some areas. Oh, no, sorry, they're not horrendous. He's just declining very quickly. but I couldn't resist him for some reason. A 43-year-old, and he will be my second choice left winger. And yeah, he's not bad. He's not that bad actually. He's just going to deteriorate incredibly quickly, and he's got long experience. He was actually in the Safa team 2 years ago, so I guess he's just incredible experience in Lebanon, which will make him an easy fit as well. Be on the bench. He doesn't mind being on the bench either. We've got Daniel Abbas, centre midfielder. I don't think he's going to be in the first team, but he's going to be pretty close. Yeah, Mishamas is better. And Chavez is old as well, and so is Zinedine. So he's more of a rotation player, like long-term replacement for some of my first team players. He's good in quite a few different things, but he's also not very good in others. He's not bad at passing though. I think he's not a terrible deep line playmaker, but he's not good at either positions really, so he might just stay as a backup player if we don't win the league this season, and then try and replace these two 32-year-olds. Back to transfers. Haitham Adoui, it's not very good, but we had no attacking midfield centres except for that one Majid Osman who I sold, so I brought him in as cover for my attacking midfield centre, who I think you'll see in a second. And again, he's kind of like not great. He's really bad dribbling. Christ, I'm going to lose that ball on the attacking midfield. But yeah, he's just emergency backup, as his contract says. It's a 1-year contract. He's 35 years old. Again, probably a lot of experience in Lebanon, yes. So he's just quite a good 1 season, 2 season, probably only 1 replacement. Here's the first team attacking midfield centre. He's more of a shadow striker, and I only play an advanced playmaker. But we'll see if we have to get more attacking. He might be a really good option because he's quite a good quite a good shadow striker, and not quite as good an advanced playmaker. Although his passing and technique and divisions are very good, but the two are quite good. But I just think he's going to do a really good job in attacking midfield centre. He's gonna try and run up to the striker, support the wingers, and yeah, he's very quick as well. 14s in both, which is very, very good first level again. Abdullah Taleb, just needed cover at centre back with this guy. He's quite good as well, though. I think that he could cover the odd game and not be a loss. It's not going to feel like fielding a weaker team anyway. Which brings us to the last one. I think Bilal Hassoun is the last one. Yeah, Bilal Hassoun. He was a bit steep, but he's young. He's got decent potential. C is that point on a win maybe because his tackling is so high, and his determination's pretty good as well. The scouts don't think he has great potential ability. Maybe they're right, but something in my heart told me to buy this guy. I think again because of his tackling 16, which is insane at this level and really insane for a 17-year-old. So I just thought, let's buy him, see what happens. And yes, those transfers were actually quite a lot of money. We had no wages, but loads of money, 500 grand or something. So I just poured it in. Maybe that was kind of because this is a mod. I should probably post a link to the mod in the description. But yeah, this is a mod for the Lebanon League that I got from Steam because it doesn't come with Football Manager originally. And maybe there's a problem with the mod that you give a lot of teams that got too much money. I'm not sure. This is just a rich club. So yeah, the finances are still in a good state despite I spent 500 grand. Yeah, and that brings me. We'll just give you guys a quick summary of Lebanese football politics. So from what I've read, and I'm not an expert on Lebanon or Lebanese politics at all, I've only heard of some of the big things, like the civil war that went on for quite a while, and maybe it's still kind of semi-raging, and Hezbollah, the famous political group, who are, as I gather, but I could be wrong, in some ways good, in some ways terrible. Maybe that's not a great description of the situation, but yeah, how intersects with football in Lebanon is particularly interesting. So what happened in Lebanon, I don't really know why, is that each political party, the other way around, each football team is kind of semi-affiliated with a political party. And so Safa, who I'm playing as, are affiliated with the Progressive Socialist Party, and also each club is not only affiliated with a political party, they're also affiliated with a religious community, and so Safa are associated with the Druze community. They're the only team associated with the Druze community. Those of you not aware, and I'm not that aware to be honest, Druze is a religion that's not quite in Islam, or historically it's considered part of Islam. That I don't really know how to best describe it, to be honest, but they're a small minority within Palestine. There's only, I think, like 7% of the population are Druze, and it's 41% Shia, 27% Sunni, and 16% Catholic, Maronites. So if I were you, if you're interested at all, I'd look at it on Wikipedia, because it's a very interesting history, and they've been oppressed at certain times, and 1.5 million Druze people in the world. But in Lebanon and relating to Palestine and Israel and the kind of Middle East more broadly, they tend to be more left-wing, I think. And during the Lebanese Civil War, they tended to support the Progressive Socialist Party and are affiliated with the Progressive Socialist Party. The Progressive Socialist Party isn't very radical left-wing by the looks of it. They're kind of more of a socialist, social democratic party, and they historically have had good alliances with the PLO and the Palestinian Liberation Movement. And as I said before, all the clubs in the league are affiliated with different political parties and affiliations. So we do have a few clubs that I would consider kind of opponents politically. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just kind of nice to spice it up a bit by thinking about it that way. And so ahead, who are the top, are the Hezbollah team. I'm not saying they're opponents, but they're probably quite spicy games, I imagine, sometimes with a Hezbollah affiliated football club. And Sages, who don't appear to be in this league actually. Let me have a quick look. They might have been relegated. They're in the second tier. So Sages have connections to a political party called Lebanese Forces, which is a Christian-based right-wing political party. They're Christian nationalist, and they don't sound like the nicest party in the world. So they would be the bad guys, but they're not really in the league. But there's a few different other stuff going on as well. So most of these are kind of affiliated with quite moderate parties, like the Future Party, who I believe are just quite moderate centrist parties, a lot of them. The Future Movement, where are you? Yeah, they're just classical liberal. They're centre-right, they're conservatives, and Al-Ali as well are, although I can't see that, that would be a Carly. But yeah, so just a head really to watch out for, and there's just a few different kind of conservative parties, but we're the only club that is affiliated with the Progressive Socialist Party, and the others are all either Muslim, Sunni and Shiite spread across, or Sages, the Lebanese Forces team, were the only Christian club. There's an Orthodox Christian club as well, Racing Beirut, who I also can't see, must be in the second tier as well. And yeah, it's interesting. Cool, so let's go on to our first game now, and just encourage them. Haven't got any young players, I don't think. Normally with a young player I'd kind of give them a no pressure in their first game. Valley Star is a little bit young. I don't think he's quite young enough to normally do this, but I'll do it anyway. That had no effect. About to take charge of your first match as Safa manager. I guess it's a special day. I probably should just skip that. Anyway, you got to see my tunnel interview. So yeah, let's play the first game. So I thought I'd just show you guys the first game now, just so you can see how we start off, and then I'll probably skip a few and summarise it for you. Probably don't want to watch every game. What just happened there? What was that highlight? So we're playing in blue, so that's their defence. Go back to his goalkeeper, and he cleared. Oh my god, it's an incredible clearance. I guess we'll take the throw in. I guess we just put enough pressure on their goalkeeper then. But yeah, so this team are Shabab Borj. Yes, Al-Baba. I'll get to Al-Baba in a second. So Shabab Al-Borj are kind of... Oh, Shabab Borj, they're kind of... Oh, that's a good goal. They're kind of lower end of the league. Bottom half, I would say. And our second game is against... I can't remember what they're called. Tadamoon, who are predicted to finish bottom. So we've got quite a nice easy start. But yeah, Al Baba. See, everyone, the assistant manager and the league, they all really rate Ala Meza. I don't think he's that good. I think he's good, but I don't think he's like an absolute key player who's going to override all our striking options. I'm just going to pause it quickly. I actually prefer Al Baba. It's just he has really good poacher stats. Obviously some of his stats aren't quite as good as Meza, but off the ball 17 is great for a poacher, and he's already got all the other stats similar, I think. So I'm going to start off with him. Yeah, he looks better to me. And maybe people will disagree, but I'm going to start off with him up front and see what happens, and then maybe we'll play Meza, maybe we won't. We'll see how he does. Oh, it's a foul. I thought they'd bundled it in their own goal then. Yeah, I haven't got any information about Shabab Borj, but we're dominating them. We need to get more attacking, really. Maybe in the second half. Yeah, let me just criticise one or two players that aren't playing quite well enough. Nias as well in his first game. I've got such higher hopes for him. We just have to hope he plays better later on. He's young as well. He's like 25, I think, but it's his first game. I shouldn't put too much pressure on him. He's tired already as well. But yeah, I'll have to quickly look into subbing him off. Sorry, I had a brain fart then. Ooh. I want to go control, but I think we might. Oh, we didn't concede. It was a good save at the end. Double save. Well, I guess he didn't save the first one, but he would have, I hope. Yeah, I find this a bit concerning. A lot of players aren't playing very well. But look, he will score here though. Yes, there's Al-Baba again. That's what I mean. I think it's that off the ball position. I think he's really he's 26 years old as well, so he's young. He's still got quite a lot of time in him. Just 17 off the ball. Where is he? Twice now in a corner. He's just popped up at the back, ran forward, scored. I'm going to rest Nias now. He's not in the best fitness. Let's get Safa on as well, because Dan's also not very fit right now. Let me praise them. I don't want to lose too much concentration, but I want to know they're playing well. I like on their older football manager, I used to play, I haven't played 2019, but I used to play 2018, and it didn't say their response to your shouts, so I'm really happy in this one. It does. It's very nice, because you just shout and you have no idea if they cared or not. Although I have seen some quite comical things he would have put up. Do you want this Casas, the really old man? Yeah, fuck it, let's give him a game. See if he does anything. 43 years old. It's very old for a football. But we're currently controlling the game, so there shouldn't be any worry really. They've had no clear-cut chances. We've had 3. Yeah, absolutely played them off the park. Come on, head in. I don't think anything's going to happen. I might have a quick look. No. There's a. I want like Safa stats. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Zenit's made loads of passes. 113, 91%. I would hope he went to that. Gee, he got both assists. Oh, because he took both corners. Oh, of course. Before this game as well, the assistant manager recommended I take him off corners, and then we scored 2 corners. Who knows how much of it was him, but like, it's an storming game. I saw him and I saw that vision. Is it his vision that's really high? No, his passing 16, and I was like, oh, I've got to get that. This guy's a fucking great playmaker. Don't care how old he is. I think he is a bit old. How old is he? 32. But yeah, I don't care how old he is. Right now, he's in the team. Excellent. Let me just praise him as well, I think. Yeah. 91% passes completed, 104 passes. The David Silva of the Lebanese Premier League. Yeah, your passing was a joy to behold, Omar. Excellent. Yeah, so that's episode 1, guys. Thank you for checking this video out and staying all the way till the end. And I hope some of the history or the politics of it interested you. You might be more than I do, and welcome to hear feedback about that. But yeah, please subscribe, and if you want to hear more about it and follow the story, any input from people is always appreciated as well. And have a nice day. Bye.